Just a forewarning before this video to say that if you've not watched the video about inventory management for the stock items, I'd watch that first to get a better grasp of everything going on in this video. To complete a purchase order, the first steps are done in Kounta's back office. You'll need to create your suppliers under the People section. All you'd need is the email and supplier name to add them. If the supplier doesn't accept email orders, it's still a very good idea to add them and all of their stock to the system. This way you can place orders with them through their own systems, then run a duplicate PO alongside it through Kounta, so that when you receive the orders, you can add any price or quantity changes, and the stock will be entered into Kounta for stock taking and GP calculations later. Once the suppliers have been created, go back to Products, then Suppliers, and apply those suppliers to the stock products you created through searching for them and typing the supplier name in. Access purchase from the K icon in the top left. Once in, create a purchase order from the appropriate tab on the left. Select your supplier and add your products to the PO by typing the number of them that you want into the box and clicking away or pressing enter. If you can't find a product or it belongs to a different supplier, you can still search for it and add it from the icon in the top right. When stock counts have been completed and par levels have been set up, they will appear under each of the products to prompt to buy them. If you need to change any details of products or add a note to them, simply click on the product on the right-hand side and edit the details again on the left. One thing to note is the order number above the product selected. If you're running parallel POs like mentioned earlier and ordering through the supplier directly through their own system, quote this number to them so that you can match the numbers up when the order is delivered. This way, similar recurring orders won't get mixed up. The delivery date is always set automatically to the next day, but feel free to change this. This will add the PO in the correct place in the purchase timeline and will eventually show you when it's due. Once completed, press Review Order, edit any addresses you need, and send the order. The email the supplier gets looks like this, with the PDF attachment looking like this. So if they ask any questions, you can show them where to find certain info. It's sometimes good practice to CC yourself or a company email into the PO, so that each order is kept somewhere else as well. Upon receiving the order, go back to the PO from the timeline and press Start Receiving. From here, you can edit any quantities and input any price changes by clicking on each product. You can also add anything extra the supplier is sent by searching for the product above and entering how much you got and whether you paid for it. The price changes entered here will proactively change the cost price of the item for future orders and will alter the GPs found in the recipes you create based on the new price of the products. You're also able to upload any PDFs or images of the receiving note or invoices here to keep a clear paper trail. Once you complete receiving, the stock will enter into Kounta's internal stock count, ready to be used in recipes. The other tabs in Purchase are pretty self-explanatory and easy to use once you get to grips with how to manage the purchase orders. Recurring orders lets you create a purchase order and schedule it to recur however often you'd like. Par levels allow you to set a lower limit for your stock, which then prompts users to order more of a product when it falls below a certain level. Stock transfers allow you to move stock between the sites in your company, and reports allow you to filter data to see what you've been purchasing.